Okay, got the battery tray in. So there's the battery. And finally got the right filter. This filter, the filter that came with the Coyote kit was too small. The inlet of the filter is too small. So I got that installed, and you can see I've got it turned down there. The other option, of course, is to turn it over this way and set it right up top of the frame, but I don't know if the hood will clear when I do that. So something I may experiment with, although there's probably nothing wrong with it right there where it's at. Got all the belts put on and the power steering. So there's the power steering, the KRC power steering pump and reservoir. In the manual, apparently in the past, that reservoir was separate, but definitely all one piece now. And then here goes the power steering lines. So I've got those connected. The dog has been no help at all. Okay. Also put in this firewall, they call it a firewall. So got that in. Got it riveted down there, as you can see. And this fuse, the external fuse panel, or engine fuse panel, is here. Let's see if I can get the cover off of it. There it goes. So I'm gonna put that there, right next to the fuel pump. And I've got the PCM installed here. There was a couple options for that PCM, powertrain control modules, what they call it. Some people call it computer or ECM, but PCM is what Ford is calling it now. So I put that there. The other option is it could go here, and but I decided I liked it there a little better. So that's where it is. And I put this panel on with riv nuts. Easy enough to move the computer if I needed to, or the PCM, if I need to take that out. So I've got riv nuts in there, just in case, and then some foam sealer or foam strip underneath there to seal that up. Working on the wiring, as you can see. I did also install this panel and this panel on both sides. I'm basically following along with the manual. And now this, I've not riveted down yet because I've got to get a few more holes in it, but I've got the first one in. This cable here goes to the throttle, and this is your clutch safe switch, and this is your ODBI connector light that'll go under the dash somewhere. So just gotta string those up. Still no help. And what I'm working on right now, besides the wiring, is this front panel that goes behind the radiator. I kind of detoured on that because I was waiting on a 1 1/4 inch hole saw. I've got a good collection of hole saws, but believe it or not, none of them are 1 1/4. Here's what I got as a DeWalt kit. So the 1 1/2, the first one that comes from the PCM there, it required a 1/2 inch hole, but then all the ones that came in the wiring kit from Factory 5 require 1 1/4 holes. So just waiting on that. It's supposed to be in today, and then I'll get back to the wiring, but those holes will go here. Of course, that'll be behind the dash and won't be visible. So the other 2 panels in there. So with this PCM, I made a little bracket and put some little spacers under it, and it sits right there. These covers here you can flip over. So the wires come out this way, up, like this one, so that you could mount it on the firewall. It would be perfect. But since I side put it here, I flipped these over. This one can't flip over because it's not symmetrical, the plastic cover. So the wire's going up like this, and because of that, I got it right across the cross member anyway. Put a piece of tape here to show me where the inner fender starts at. And so this is, I'll have to push that down when I get around to organize it, get it out of the way. But anyway, that inner fender goes here. So there's a few wires you take out You got the oxygen sensor wire, and in that bundle, there's a couple wires you don't use, so I took those out and I rewrapped this particular wire with some cloth wire loom tape. Installed that positive battery cable there. Of course, the negative is laying there ready to go, but not installed yet. Before I put this panel on, I decided to go ahead and put the oil in the transmission, so I did that. I call it oil. I think it's actually liquid gold based on the price of it. I did decide just to go with the Tremec oil. It's a little overpriced, but at about 37 bucks, but I thought, well, first time I'm filling it, and it's a fill forever kind of thing. Unless you're racing it, you never replace it, so that's what I've done. So on to the wiring, and perhaps the next video I'll have some significant movement or update progress on the wiring, and perhaps by then I'll teach this dog to do something useful to help me. That's all for today.